Greetings everyone, Angrade here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn bottom right side as the yellow French, we have a foreign name. Spawn top left side as red Tughlaq Dynasty, we have SoLaire of Astore, who's really going for barracks, so we got a bit of spearman rush. That's interesting. Gonna slow down immediately because of that. Did I cast this replay? For some reason I recognize these names. This one was April 18th. No, I did not. So I just had to double check that. Look at the show winners hidden, so you don't have to worry about that. And we do have some spearmen. When it comes to map generation, let's see, yellow's going for some gold, of course. Need to get. Oh, we got early wheelbarrow for the French player, which means the spearman rush could be a bit more effective. We have, when it comes to natural coverage, we've got 2 forests here, providing good amount of natural coverage here, but 3 villages may not be enough. Last one's over here. When it comes to extra resources, a small gold, large stone, and both gear deposits over this direction. Though they are in front of the forest, so not any natural coverage there, but still pretty good congestion resources with a not too far jump off to those large gold. Similar up here as well, got the large gold here. In fact, got the second small gold within his nearest forest. Got a nice triangle forest over here and deer over here. This one's out in the open, but all of his gold, 2 small, 3rd small, and large all over here. So red does have better gold placement, but this completes wheelbarrow. Didn't cancel in time. If he would have canceled, he would have gotten 98 gold back and would have got him his 200 gold for aging up. That villager, she is starting to run. Food is still collecting on up. Got some gold here. Villagers taking some stabbings. Drops the gold and runs. Are those spearmen to hold ground stance? Yeah, the spearmen are in hold ground stance to prevent them from chasing the villagers home. No, you can build the walls in age 1. Didn't realize that, honestly. Because I usually just see walls don't get built in age 1. The French player has enough resources to age on up, and School of Cavalry going up right there. He sees the spearmans. So, let's see, and there's only 2 spearmans on the field. And red is going to take time, collect up stone. He has enough gold to age up, enough gold food. He can age up. And is going for the Tower of Victory. Of course, this is not the Delhi Sultanate. This is, of course, Tughlaq Dynasty. So this Tower of Victory increased attack speed of elephants by 20%, rather than ground foot units. Oh, well, good thing. Looks like they actually fixed the destroyed value bug of stuff being cancelled didn't cause destroyed value. Or maybe because the scaffolding didn't get even started. That could be a different aspect. But either way, this number reign true, not get inflated. So faster attack speed elephants, so raider elephants probably get a nice little boon. Tughlaq Dynasty does not have any tower elephant. Wait, is he actually going to wall in the stone gold? Oof. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I've seen relics, sure, but not gold. And will that actually wall off? Does he? He has to know this better than I do, but... So he's putting small wall segments, which may be enough to do it. That might be a full. I am not sure if... Let's see, I don't see any mining symbol there, but same thing there, I'm highlighting that. Let's see, I have yellow selected, so not like in other Age of Empires games where you can, and other RTSs where you can highlight and display the cursor. He's doing this one as well? I actually don't think I've ever seen this before. Luckily, it's just wall segments and easily be torched down, given enough time for even from a scout. Got a horseman here. A French player went for School of Cavalry, not gone for a Royal Knight. What craziness is this? Either way, we do have regular horsemen, probably because the French player does not have any gold income due to the rush there. Horsemen still offer good torches. He has gone for a handful of archers to help clean up the spearmans. And look, I think he sees the wall in. I love how all these little microsegment walls help prevent like, oh, chop one tree to go around, all that sort. It helps evens out the what close off movement when it should be like closed off. That's what the design is. Because remember back when this was added in the patch, it's just designed to prevent stuff like able to skim around when it's not supposed to. It's technically supposed to be. But it sort of just spider webs quite a bit right there. Either way, it's just humorous to me. Does get one of those there. The Warg Elephant does receive +2/+2 armor. Let's give the elephant +2/+2 armor. I understand that like it's supposed to be a mobile drop-off point, so it could make sense to have like range armor. It is classified as economically an elephant, so spearmen will get bonus damage, but only elephant bonus damage, not cavalry bonus damage. And regular buildings do have 50 range armor. I guess it just gets armor upon age up to age 2, I guess? I'm not sure, actually. Does pick off a couple of those villager or archers there. Very nice. Number of good governors you can go for. And yellow does find a gold deposit right here, so go for the forward gold deposit, which is fine enough for now. And the fort is being upgraded the Sia walls. Has selected the governor of Baraka. This one here, you get additional food per minute or per each farm or house nearby. Going for a big round of housing, get an extra bit of food income, which is always very nice. Do we see any raider elephants to get an idea of increased attack speed? We do have one now on the way. We do have 2 royal knights on the field, a third one on the way. Raider elephants are heavy. They're most similar to gilded horsemen. In fact, they do also take 2 population as well, so they're very similar to gilded horsemen, actually. Of course, they will get increased attack speed thanks to the Tower of Victory. There's the elephant there. Oh, got a little bit of spear brace on the royal knight. Very nice. The elephant is like cavalry, no inherent range armor, has 3, or no inherent melee armor, has 3 range armor, like regular horsemen. And it actually did have a reduced movement speed. Does go down there. Sorry to miss out on attack speed. Royal knights trying to find some more of these villagers. Scout is here. Maybe the archer should just pull off the formation to help prevent it from being slowed down. Couple spearmans there. Oh, royal knight there. Could go for a blacksmith to get +1 melee damage for free at the price for a low cost of 1 blacksmith. We do actually have +1 mining technology. No arrow slit, no upgrades. Town center, of course, training more villagers. Down south, we do have Aurora Knight being picked on off. Yep, spearman charging way forward. The archer needs to be peeled off the formation, not to slow down formation. Though the archer's one's getting stabbed. We have big round of archers and royal knights advancing. +1 range damage on the way for the French player. The red player does not have any upgrades at the moment. Or at least blacksmith upgrades. Royal Knights trudging way forward. Does get a bit of impalement there. But nothing too crazy. We have one Raider Elephant on the field. It has 18 damage. Regular Horseman have 9. Has 1.85 attack speed. Regular Horseman is 1.88. So they're very similar. Regular Horsemen have 125 health, and these Raider Elephants do have 235. So it's a bit more of a true ×2 horseman than the Gilded Horseman, though far slower but far more bulky and stronger, looks like. Though it does have increased attack speed here. The House of Learning being researched now. Of course, we'll give you, what, 5 or 6 unique technologies. One improves moon speed of elephants. I think the Tughlaq Dynasty, the more elephant faction than the Delhi Sultanate, is going for more of an elephant playstyle. Who would have thunk? Let's see, Red Brick Bastion. So is that level 2 or level 3 fort? I think that's level 2 fort. Yep, and the final level 3 fort is here. Currently has 4 bows firing 14 damage each. Guildhall now going on up for the French. The economical landmark. And this fort is also providing a decent amount of food. Looks like actually a little bit too close to the town center, so there's a little bit of a dead spot there. You monster. The House of Learning looks like only 5 upgrades, not 6 upgrades. My mistake. But still has Mount House upgrade, that's shared upgrade. And let's see here, elephants get additional health regeneration of 1 hour combat, so elephant chivalry. Collateral damage, bonus damage dealt by elephants increased by 30%, so more effective counter units. That upgrade has been completed. Maybe you already got the upgrades. Oh, these are 5 seconds. And they're pretty cheap. Okay, so maybe there was 2 upgrades there. 5 seconds just seem very quick, even for not free upgrades. This one here is something involving increasing bonus damage for Spearman, if I remember correctly. More venison being obtained. Bring back the torches, try to open up one of these wall segments. This gold deposit doesn't have too much left, so opening up would be a good idea. Guildhall, you can see now with the replay viewer, the Guildhall does have a counter up here and tells you what resources have been queued on up as well. Veteran Orchards, Veteran Royal Knights being queued on up. Good number of outposts here, so if the villagers have need to run away and find some cover or shelter. Set of wall segments goes on down. You guys should probably just queue move and clean up the rest of these wall segments. Not a bad idea. Maybe even task a scout or 2 to start cleaning these up slowly but surely. And do you have some war elephants being deployed on the field? What if that improves the spearman in the back attack speed? Tusk is 2.5. Tusk is 80. And spear is 1.5. I honestly can't remember what the attack speed the spearman was to begin with. War elephants, of course, the heavy elephant. Tughlaq Dynasty does not have access to tower elephants. So only melee elephants, as well as drive-by healing monk elephants. Good number of spearmen trying to pursue these Royal Knights now. Two more man-at-arms on the field for the Tughlaq Dynasty, as well as a good number of spearmans. Royal Elephants are probably a good call against the Royal Knights, since the spear in the back does do bonus damage to cavalry. He's effectively a mounted spearman. He is classified as heavy armor, so he is vulnerable to crossbowmen. And looks like this red elephant is smashing through some of these villagers. So surprised we don't see the mount house research just yet. All these upgrades are pretty cheap, and this one is just plus 10% movement, very convenient. Plus 10% movement here moves war elephants to 1.1 move speed in comparison to crossbow, which will move at 1.12. So effectively is a good formation move one. Also would be very nice if the raider elephants while at it. Oh, raider elephant there. Archers will find the walls still. Good number of villagers collecting up that gold. Looks like there's enough surface area for all of them. He's definitely cutting it close, that's for sure. Did spot that war elephant there, even though it was hiding in the woods. I'm so surprised he actually saw that, but that charge attack was pretty clear. Maybe it was a scout able to sort of see around it a little bit. The line of sight blocking, I don't know, can't really say how effective that was there. Either way. Good number of spearmans there. Should probably avoid this. Remember, these his military units get some good charge attacks there for minimal spear braces. His chivalry is now being queued on up, also going +1 melee armor. Nice little charge attack there. Royal Knights chivalry providing quite a bit of good health regen there. Wolves trying to seal off these Royal Knights' retreat, but he does escape onto there. Yellow's monks advance way forward. Let's take a look on the relics. Looks like red obtained 3, yellow obtained 2. Not bad. We can do now how the red palace being established next to this large gold deposit. The monk has now become extra holy. And the red palace is going on up. We do have 21 villagers here. The red palace can only store 20 villagers, so it's one of those villagers will draw the short straw. The red palace is now complete. The guild hall is tasked to collect up gold now. So I torch down some of these wall segments now. His Academy now being queued on up. And that monk gets destroyed. Royal Knights now be torching down this gate. We do have a good number of war elephant spearmen and crossbowmen here. The Hizar Academy does act as a madrasa, or madrasa, or how to pronounce that. And what's the other aspect? Generates 70 food and gold per minute for each active governor. Got it. So, he's wanting to build out more forts. and then get a lot of extra income going, which means he's going to need to prioritize collectible stone, like this large stone deposit here. I don't know if Red's seen the Red Palace just yet. When he does, he realizes and really try to focus on this gold deposit or go somewhere else. This gate will be destroyed shortly. Second side being captured. Do you have now these Royal Knights push away forward? Good number of Spearmen hits there, taking a lot of free hits there with the Royal Knights. The Royal Knights didn't get any damage in turn. Don't worry about it. Just post whatever your gamer tag is, and I can take a look at it. I don't have, it doesn't, all I want is good games. It doesn't have to be called a top-rated game, as long as it's entertaining. We do have now the Royal Elephant here, taking some damage, getting surrounded, but of course has a pretty good push factor. I think other games call it mass. Royal Elephant's pushing, and they do fall back now. We've got a single Spearman to help them out. And another fort going on up now. Just so the one governor. Just go ahead and post in the chat of what your gamer tag is. Make sure your replays are public. And also, what am I thinking? And also roughly like what day, as well as what map it is, so it's easy for me to find the list. Do have now these crossmen moving around. Archers push forward, get a bit of damage on the gate. War Elephants heading up north. We do have the okay, that's the farming one. The other fort has been built. The Governor of Ook, which is reduce the cost of technologies. Very nice, especially when you're in Imperial Age. And right now we only have Veteran Raider Elephants. Of course, we've got the regular War Elephants. Imam here, or Monk, getting some healing. And this one's being upgraded now. The fort is, of course, here, being built. Incendiarios, enlist incentives, passives for a bit of passive effects. So a pile of upgrades for the French player as well. Almost have all of his upgrades. Biology now being researched by Red. And it looks like we got the, let's see, the Governor of Szechuan. Or however you pronounce that. Let's see, Order the Dragon versus. When I say King KT, I think King Tigers, but wrong game. Villagers, good number of them just went down there. So first kill off 11. Don't remember how much it was beforehand, but I think it was like 10. He just killed right there. Like hardly any villagers gone down this entire game, and all of a sudden 10 just went down there. Pretty good calling there. 91 villagers for 75, so there was a pretty good calling there. Do have a good number of archers as well as crossbowmen or arbaletiers here. Let's see how many upgrades have the arbaletiers received. They are just still castle age. We do have incendiaries. We do have Gambersons, so they have a good amount of melee armor. We expect to make them a soft, if not hard, counter the spearmen, because spearmen just hardly do any damage to them. We now have Curse of Ulia. Attackers of of this fort are struck by fear, reducing their attack speed by 30% while targeting the fort. Very nice. Royal bloodlines being researched as well as military academy. Your black shove, that was street with defeat for me. Couldn't punish the bit of archer hits there. Crossbowmen hitting the war elephants. Red elephants started to push way forward. Royal knights are counter-attacking. Only a handful of spearmen there. Some crossbowmen firing away. And some archers. War elephants taking some hits now. Looks like the Royal Knights managed to get a nice little wrap around. Red elephants going straight for the Royal Cannon. Or just cannon, not Royal Cannon. You rarely ever see Royal Cannons from the French. There's both forts here. And the discounted Eye of Sauron. War elephant. Try to back him off. Trying to go for some drive-by stabbings. Picking off some of these villagers as well as war elephants now. Pretty successful victory there by yellow. 84 versus 51 military units. Destroyed Valley is very much in favor of yellow by approximately 4,000. A significant margin at this moment in time. Red elephants here are quite wounded. And the fort here will also go down as well, as eliminating down 2 governors, reducing the income of the Hizar Academy. Villagers migrating over here to this gold deposit, very nice. And remember, this keep also get a free Arbalest emplacement, get an additional 40 damage. Although I destroyed his second town center, but KT Army has some really strong units. Oh, villagers being called by the Red Elephants, very nice. Yeah, Knights Templar does have a lot of good units. Oh, and finally built the keep there. Of course, his defense arrows are quite good. 15 damage, not to mention, or 13 damage plus the 43 in the 15. So we'll be able to take up these red elephants, no problem. Red elephants compared to regular elephants only have a 30 damage against structures, and versus the 21 of normal horsemen. So they're actually not very good versus structures. 30 damage is higher, but remember there are 2 populations as well. An X amount of health regen here from Chivalry. Tughlaq Doggo does get some damage there. Archers firing away. Down south we do have Raider Elephants raiding some villagers. That was a bit of... Probably can go for another mill there. That farm placement is questionable to say the least. Yeah, I got these forces. Genoese crossbow and Teutonic Knights, not to mention the Polish cavalry. I don't know how to pronounce most words. Foreign words are foreign to me. Yeah, Genoese crossbowmen, they're like just generally anti-infantry, right? They don't mimic crossbowmen as much as you would imagine. I always forget all the benefits. There's a large number of unique units available for the Knights Templar. It's hard to remember them all. It's been a while since I last cast anything with Teutonic Knights as well. Wait, or do you mean Knights Hospitallers? Yeah, oh well. You have now... Guess we'll find out soon enough. Red Elephant does go down there, thanks to the town center's Arbalest placement. Super question. Has the Guildhall always been buried in rubble? This is supposed to be a French Guildhall, not London. I'm not sure why there's so much rubble around that Guildhall. It is not destroyed. Though you did recently withdraw from it. Currently the Guildhall's at 240 food inside. The French player does have nice even 5,086 food inside of his reserves. Actually, a little bit low in food and wood. Right, of course, I'm trying to attain some stone here. Takes off a number of villagers there. 87 versus 83. Both players killed off a similar number of villagers. Of course, the French do build their villagers a bit more quickly. Some spearmen push way forward, stabbing some of these archers. Red elephants don't go down. They may look metal, but they're not heavy. And still just Castle Age Arbaletiers. Got a number of defensive fortifications. When I say number, I mean it's just this one and this one over here. There's of course one for the Governor Ook again. Trying to go for the red brick bastions. Let's see now. That gold deposit is still encased. Couple spearmen braces there. We do now have the Governor of Shawan, which does, or that may have been canceled. No, actually did get completed. Something about healing elephants. Good number of spearmen, crossbowmen, and raider elephants. Most of that is trash. Of course, crossbowmen are not. At this point in time, maybe the French players should mix in a good number of regular horsemen to help hit those arbaletiers. Not arbaletiers, crossbowmen. So right now, just general archers wouldn't be half bad for the French player against the spearmen and against the crossbowmen. Elephants trying to bash their heads in against the keep, and they're being successful. Raider elephants being intercepted. Royal Knight's going straight for his opponent's base now. Couple of these Royal Knights sort of just got left to dry. Villagers trying to run away. Reds. Villagers are not going to hit at the moment. Reinforcements coming in trying to stop these Royal Knights. A good number of these Royal Knights are quite wounded. Royal Knights over here. The French player still has 3,200 gold. The Tughlaq Dynasty is actually low on all resources. It has basically 500 of each resource. French player's now going for a cannon placement there. Hopefully he doesn't have court architects research. Could really stand to get it. Archers trying to engage. Spearmen trying to punch their way through the spearmen. They can defeat spearmen 1v1 combat. Won't be pretty though. More reinforcing spearmen. Royal Knights charge way forward down south. These guys are trying to push way forward as well. But here, good number of spear braces. We've got the garrison pretty well garrisoned. Has a lot of extra firepower. Cannon placement's almost complete. And looks like the French player recently withdrew the resources from the guild hall. Royal Knights backing off after pushing way forward. Archers firing away. Bit of cannon damage there. We got these guys pushing around. Are being pursued. Alright, starting to fall back a little bit. When it comes to number 65, now 71 versus 63. Army value 34 versus 37, so pretty even there. No, that's destroyed value. Army value is 95 versus 16. That is a significant difference. And now the French player is going for a big round of archers. I wonder if there was silk bowstring research. I don't think we saw it just yet. Nope, silk bowstring has not been researched just yet. Probably could hide that, just get an extra breathing room. War elephants push forward. War elephants right now have 8 range armor. Radar elephants do have 8 range armor as well. There's spear braces there. As long as archers hit either crossbow or spearman, they'll be doing just fine. Red elephants, of course, raiding. Royal Knights charge away forward. Got a bit of a choke point here, which generally go great for range units. The problem is both sides have a great amount of range units, so I have generally no idea who's going to win this fight. Red does have the better counter spearman against all the Royal Knights, but of course he's taking a lot of free hits from these archers. Tughlaq Dynasty has plenty of food and some wood to work with, low in gold. Right now, Tughlaq Dynasty actually doesn't have too much resource to work with. The French players consume his resource reserve as well. Yep, right now 21,000 versus 12, which is quite significant. Royal Knights charging way forward. Got the keep firing in range though. Archers firing. Though Red does have a small army value size, he does have better counter units. Crossbow good against the Royal Knights, and Spearman good against the Knights as well. But the sheer high qualityness of the Royal Knights may allow him to break on through. All the elephants are broken through. He's lacking spearmen. He's lacking production spearmen. He has no military production whatsoever. Not looking good for Red. Cannon placement firing away. Raider elephants starting to push way forward. They could try trampling, but they'll be firing through a gauntlet. Archers push way forward. Red elephants are going to be good versus these archers, and maybe are bulky enough to deal with the Royal Knights, but the problem is they're 2 population versus Royal Knights 1 population. Yep, though Chivalry does take a bit of time to work, like 1 health regeneration out per second is actually, does take a bit of time to get healed on up. It's just more the fact that the cycling of just that little extra bit makes them go a little bit farther. Not necessarily full heals, the partial heals, because after all, this will take about 200 seconds to heal up. Archers firing away to keep some good hits around those spearmen. Oh, we do have another governor, I think, being researched. Let's see. This one here. Cavalry training to influence, have more health. That is very important. So now the war elephants, or at least fresh units, are not on the build queue, like this one maybe. Have now 165 health versus 112 or 75 health. So nice bit of extra health there. Which is what, additional 63 health, so that can withstand another 2 spearman hits. That's actually quite big, actually. Granted, it only affects his newer ones, but still. That's actually quite important. Greatly improve the quality of these elephants. French player's trying to fall back. He has ran out of gold. He's collecting this gold deposit here. Still 3,700 left. Red has some gold to work with as well, but I don't see any gold mine he's collecting up. The French player still has that gold deposit that was encased in the starter game as well, the second encased one. Archers now focused on the crossbow, very nice. Got a French cannon on the field. He still does not have incendiary arrows on these crossbow. He doesn't have +3 range damage, does he? So Red's crossbow are just trailing a little bit there, missing a lot of damage. They have 16 damage, so these regular archers actually probably have higher DPS than those crossbowmen. At least when fighting, ignoring armor and bonus damage. Red elephants coming on in, able to surround some of these archers entirely. Royal Knights push forward. Also, the French player may need to mix in some spearmen. Red also does have 114 village versus 98. All the economic tech research there, all the technology research there. So looks like Red will hold on for now. Got a big round of hand cannoneers for the French player. Comes destroyed value. They both have a very nice amount of 69,000. And looks like Red will break on through this fortress or keep. There's still nearly 4,000 gold here. 1,700. This one here still has a good amount there. I think the French player may want to slow down on collecting from the guild hall. He recently collected from it. Can't say how much, but seems up there. So it's probably at least 1,600. Not sure if hand cannoneers is going to be a great call. These guys are pretty bulky, though hand cannoneers do just offer good DPS, but it's taking a lot of free hits there. I do think the French player should be mixing some more spearmen right now. Hand cannoneers firing away in the back line. Archers pursuing the crossbowmen. Raider elephants raiding some villagers. Looks like it's up to 6 governors. So his academy is providing X amount of gold income. So it looks like Red's gold is all coming from passive sources. The Hizar Academy is providing 6 times 70, so 32, 320 gold per minute if I has an offhand guess. And he does have some relics in Sacred Site, so 3 relics and now +1 Sacred Site. Up at 420, my math was off. Oh yeah, 6 times 7 is 42, not 32. What was I thinking? Not much, apparently. Some infrastructure starting to go down. More radar elephants raiding their way forward. And they don't cost any gold, so they're pretty good trash unit, and I'll mention to help counter the archers and hand cannoneers. Tughlaq Dynasty is going for siege engineers. Boy, that researched quickly. But yeah, does Tughlaq Dynasty just get fast research? I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember all the civilization differences. This Royal Elephant now has 1,232 health. Even if it does get countered by ooh, Trample's coming forward. Hand cannoneers just probably stand there and just fight. Let the elephants overextend a little bit, but the Royal Elephants are hitting the hand cannoneers. A very good micro there. Spearmen pushing their way forward, hitting all the Royal Knights after the Royal Elephant just simply charged past them. So excellent micro there by Red. It's hard to say who's actually going to win this fight, but it looks like Red does lose the fight. Yellow has a higher destroyed value, but only by a small margin this moment in time. Oh, we do have some of the militia, elite militia mere warriors. They cost no population, so it doesn't really matter where they're at. Cannon knocking down this fort, which is the important one, as the governor jailer. Trample has been activated there. Going on top of the hand cannoneers once again, able to overrun them, connect onto them. He's actually, yeah, Red is also, not only he's doing good micro, but he's also smart micro as well. Spearmen, he could just literally have them move forward into the knights, and the Raider elephants are able to just phase through everything, going straight to the range units. It's actually good micro, but also simple micro. And the thing is, compared to Cataphracts with their trample ability, these guys are far bulkier, so they're actually able to get them work done. And with the mount health research, they're actually faster than the Cataphracts as well. Starting to engage some of these archers now. Archers at this point in time are having a lot of diminishing returns since he's having trouble connecting them on the spearmen. Though this one does still have a healthy number of spearmen, and going for spring gulls and the spearmen is not a possibility since his hand cannon is getting overran. So the spring gulls will definitely get overran if it goes that path. I really do think the French player needs more spearmen. Yellow has all the sacred sites. That priest becomes extra holy now. Keep will knock guys on top of the sacred site there. Starting to revert on back. The French player is starting to store up a decent amount of gold inside the guild hall, but it's pretty close to the point where he needs to start withdrawing from it. Sacred site now decaptured. Royal Knights pursuing these elephant raiders. Royal Knight gets easy picked apart there. Royal Knights pushing forward and try to engage these war elephants. We may see the trample. Yep, there is a trample. And looks like starting to make their way forward now. Trample ability has now subsided. This time the hand cannoneers largely stayed safe. Archers getting focused down first. Got a handful of veteran horsemen pushed way forward now. The French player has 10 veteran horsemen at the moment. He has previously withdrawn from the guild hall. More of these units on the flank. Royal Knights trying to way forward as well. Does manage to save a good number of his hand cannoneers. Looks like a bombard does take out that outpost, and those villagers are going to be trampled on. Royal Knights push their way forward and push their way back. No serpentine gunpowder, so that may be something that would have been very handy for the French player. Not only for the extra bonus interest like to melee, but also would improve the move speed after activating attacking, allowing better stutter stepping. Red Elephant still causing issues. We have now the elite horseman research. The high bulkiness of these war elephants just allows them to take a huge beating. And they also have 12 range armor, so even the cannoneers take a bit of time to pick them off. The keep does go down. Big ground raider elephants on the build queue. Bombard will be picked off by the various cavalry units there. Elephant taking a big charge attack there. Here comes the trample, ignoring all the horsemen. Does end the trample there. He's starting to scatter his forces. Some of these units are getting picked off of here. Yellow still has a good number of forces here. And now comes the destroyed value. Red does have the advantage, I think because of the smart play dealing with all the hand cannoneers. Another stampede of elephants coming forward. This time there's some urbanized terrain here. Got Royal Knights in the mix of everywhere, including some elite horsemen. French player's out of gold. He's out of wood as well. This might be game over for the French player. Horsemen starting to engage those elephants over there. Not too many hand cannoneers remaining. 10 hand cannoneers, 8 horsemen. Big round of Royal Knights. He just withdrew from the guild hall. And overall, just mostly just trash units here. Now the Tughlaq Dynasty is going for a big round of hand cannoneers. Red Palace is on the garrison. Get those Royal Knights in the garrison. That would be a lot of extra DPS there. This might be what he needs to break this assault. But looks like a good number of these guys are... Yeah, the Red Palace is going down quickly. No Court Architects help out the durability. And the Royal Knights get stuck there while at it. And each keep goes down, that also increases the cost of the French player because no more enlistment incentives. Or whatever it's called, cost reduction aura. I usually call it by the upgrade name. Yeah, he may actually not have any keeps remaining. Oh, there's one there. Keep Influence, what a creative name. I would still call it enlistment incentives. And we've got about another 12 more Dark or Feudal Age Spearmen. We got the Veteran Spearman research on the way. Let's see, some people are curious as well. Yep, looks like there's actually... Yeah, he's consumed all of his primary deposit of trees, so him able to collect trees on the map was just enough to keep him going, since he mostly focused on getting passive gold income and actively trying to collect up trees. Also, he's just trying to regroup some forces. These are traders. Does he have... He does not have merchant guilds, which improve the gold income for every trader by 1 gold every 6 seconds, so 10 gold per minute, which would be 90 gold per minute, which would be about 20% increase of gold income. There's a capital, 1 keep here. So there's a couple arbalists placements help out here. Veteran Spearmen push right forward. Here comes a trample. Red's forces are so stuck on top of each other right now. Hand cannoneer is just firing away. It does finally have serpentine gunpowder. Red elephant slowly going down. Yellow lost his front line. Yeah, the elephants aren't loud. You just constantly hear the constant sounds of the elephants. Spear get some good hits there. Red elephant's starting to go on down. I mean, elephants do have a trunk, which effectively means every single elephant has a trumpet, right? That's how that works, right? Red's starting to fall back, getting forward production, a lot of proxy infrastructure. Yellow's going for a big round of spearmen. Finally, horsemen, hand cannoneers in reserve. Does have another keep here. And here comes Red Elephants, going straight for the hand cannoneers once again. Almost gets a full surround on them, but does not. 2 keeps here, so 2 arbals in placement for defense. 1 cannon placement, or 1 spring golden placement. The French players right now is 115 villagers versus 110. It has a good number of traders in the field. That is an additional 170 gold per minute from traders. And the French player has resigned. This Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.